life looks crazy out there. It looks crazy. It's insane. We, the people with no king's mindset, pivoting from the America that is now to the America that could potentially be. Tall order, big dream, big vision. It is. But it is possible. All of this that is happening right now is happening for a reason. This is the test. The new way forward will be infused with feminine energy this time. 2, all the rights that have been fought for or tried to be fought for over the years, civil rights, equal rights, women's rights, LGBTQ rights, always met with fierce resistance. The systems were never designed to hold multiculturalism. It was never meant to hold that. We are now having the regime that has come out of this. And Project 2025, 40 years of masterminding a plan of how they were going to hold on to the whiteness. The fact of the matter is that it was good for some people, not so good for other people. We know that now. So if we're going to change the way that it is, first for the ones of privilege who have the no king mindset, to deconstruct their story within the history that we are. That's phase 1. Then we would intentionally connect to all the other groups. Now, there is no white community because they kept things separate on purpose. I am basically talking to the people who actually wholeheartedly do believe that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men, women, and all the people are created equal. Whether you agree with somebody's lifestyle or ideology or not, that is not the point. Right now, we are in unprecedented times, so we need to do unprecedented measures. This experiment, not about politics, is about deconstructing the story, your story within the history. That's the first thing. Now we're on this Epstein file thing. And the Epstein files is a whole wealthy man patriarchy thing, and it's global. It's not only here, but here it's very concentrated because our story is so young. 249 years is young. Now, we are either going to witness an apocalypse and a regime takeover, or we are going to usher in a renaissance, which will pave a new way. And if we can do that in this window of opportunity time, which is 2.5 years, imagine the ripple effect on the rest of the world, because America is not the only country that's being taken over by dictators, but we are America. And we have a unique superpower, a superpower that we've never had the tools to embrace, but we are going to create the tools down the line. We're going to see what happens when we get there. But first things first, I'm a transformational life coach whose story almost ended in 2006. The day that I heard that I got the job that I had been going for, that I really wanted, that was going to get me way more pay and way more responsibility and relocate me from London to Amsterdam, which is all I wanted. Now, when I got the job, I got the call, I felt like, oh shit, this is it. I felt like I'm on this hamster wheel. I'll never be able to get off now, because it was 10 years I was building this career in advertising. And then that night said goodbye to my colleagues, and I don't remember anything else. I woke up 3 days later in the ICU with not a scratch on my body, no broken bones, no memory of the accident. And all of a sudden the stop button was pushed on my life. I had a brain contusion, and it resulted in permanent damage to my frontal lobe. At that moment, I thought, holy shit, like, what did I do to get this get out of jail free card? Inside, I was doing a little happy dance. But of course, to the outside world, like, holy shit, what is she going to do? But I'll find it. I'll find the way. So finally, through a series of causes and effects, life number 2, I ended up back in America. Now, this was also a process. The first life that I had rebuilt in record speed. And this is what I'm going to say about the power of conditioning, is that I thought I was doing everything right, but I didn't realize that in order to find my true path, I would have to deconstruct all the little things that had happened. We all have stuff, and heal that and reconnect to my true nature, which is what I did, and then ended up back in the States. Very soon after that, March 2020, the global pandemic. So that was the stop button that was pushed on the world. That was surreal for everybody, but really surreal for me because I had been here before. Meanwhile, people around me were like, oh, when is this going to be over? Why did this happen? In the end, it happened. We are in an unprecedented global pandemic. And maybe a series of causes and effects that humanity was on the wrong track. But did we take it like that? No. After all that shit happened, from George Floyd to the storming of Capitol Hill, all the events in our life are connected, and we are all connected. Our words, thoughts, actions, intentions have a ripple effect. So we need to take a pause right now, because right now in this unprecedented moment, we are here. So allow the people who want to deconstruct the first part of their story to do that and join me on the I AM Pivot 180 experiment. I'm doing a pilot for 3 sessions, which will create the first shifts. And then you see if you're interested in it, and we go on, because this is going to be an example of energy. And then that is going to have a ripple effect. And I know it's going to work because I've done it myself. You're the visionary and you need an inceptor. So if you are somebody who has these kinds of qualifications, this is going to be something that's going to roll out to something bigger and bigger and bigger. The American dream, which they say is over, is going to be something new. The American dream now is going to be, what if you can use your talents and your creativity to do what you love in service to society, for example. Whatever happened in our history cannot be denied. Banning books and denying history is not going to help. That just doesn't transform the energy. And if you saw Origins, you'll know that this kind of energy, this is global, okay? This is a caste system, and energy doesn't die. It can only be transformed. So we are going to be the transformers of that energy. And while all these corporations and big corporate billionaires are doing all this, this is also a way, doing what you love, service it in service to the people. We don't know what we're going to create down the line down there by 2028 when we hit the ground running with a new way. That can stay there. This is going to be the infusion of new things that are going to happen. I was on the course to find my true path. I didn't know that my true path was going to be my destiny path. And I didn't know the destiny call was going to be like, can we deconstruct whiteness? Allow all Americans to see that it is not about race, gender, or ideology, that we are all energy and that we are all equal, and that embracing our superpower, our diversity, is what makes us unique, is what's going to make us be the beacon on the hill again, and is going to allow us to call in leaders that will be attracted to what we're trying to do. And there are things happening already. There are good people out there already. And by the time the global pandemic hit, I was healed. I'd healed all the layers and reconnected to my true nature. What I hadn't done yet was step into my power. And then the universe showed me the way. I took the different courses, Feminine Power, Destiny Accelerator, on and on and on. My latest mentor is Dr. Sonia Stribling, which I love her. She helps entrepreneurs use their story to help others and make money. I thought this is perfect. As great as her formula is, I still need the technical side because that's just not my jam. I was with you in the 70s and 80s with all that nostalgia. I came back here now. I see the difference. I see where we are. I know what we need to do. I'm sure that the right people will come out of the woodwork, and the ones who share my vision could partner up with me to bring this forward. I AM Pivot 180 experiment is not something I masterminded. It is something that is coming through me, and I'm giving it to you if you want it. This is the window of opportunity. And if it doesn't take off and if it doesn't roll out, I'm not attached to the outcome. I'll just write a book about it. I'm already writing a book. Here's the first book I wrote. And you guys can see later, like, oh, that's what that girl was talking about, that green card holder. I do believe that we have it in us because we are so young, we're so creative, we're so resilient, and we are the ones, the only ones, country in the world who could do a pivot this quickly. With all of the stuff that they're trying to roll back, we need to push this forward. This is bigger. This is bigger than us. There are more of us, this type of energy, than the type of energy that's trying to tear it all down. This is a national movement that will start small and spread out. The first ones, the founding participants, I want 11 participants to just get the ball rolling, and then let's see what happens when we ripple it out. I'm 100% sure that this will be the thing that works. So the invitation is open. It's going to stay open. Jump on when you're ready. And I believe that you will get to the other side of this, but I don't want to just get to the other side and then wait another, 100, 200, 400 years for the moral arc of the universe to bend towards justice. I want to ripple effect. I want to pivot now and usher in a renaissance so that the new way can get started and we can get rid of all this Project 2025, man-made story, whiteness trying to hold it all back, when the essence and the true nature of your country is we hold these truths and you say our creator. This is the sacred universal truths. And when you hold that against what is happening here, it is in stark contradiction. The warriors of the sacred side of the story. That's what we have to be. Forget about politics, forget about gender, forget about anything. This is a shift that you need to do for yourself. No one else can do it for you. And what will happen is you will see, you will feel lighter, you will have more creativity, your relationships will improve, you will feel more grounded, you will find your voice. There are many great things that happen in your own life about this. And then the ripple back, people will be like, oh my God, what is she doing? If anybody is picking up what I'm putting down, please do get in touch with me. Getting a lot of people who do not like what I'm putting out there because they are afraid of this. They are afraid. But darkness is afraid of light, and you are the light. So join me at the I AM Pivot 180 experiment. Let's get the ball rolling. I'm writing the book in the meantime. This window closes, and this wasn't my path. My path will be back in Amsterdam, which I'm happy to go to. Healthy environment to be in and to raise kids in, for sure. But I can't do my experiment over there. So, are you in?